I love this little thing.
Well, this is an exciting product because this is something that's totally unique and different. And that's what we like to do. We really like designing products that take a whole new, fresh approach and try to solve a problem that hasn't been solved before.
Right.
And I think we've done that here, and it's taken us a long time to do it. I mean, we're not going to lie. This thing has been a year.
Right. We've known the problem, but to get to the solution took a few iterations.
A lot of iterations.
Okay, sure.
But what I like is that we did it in an incredibly simple way. We started off with all kinds of crazy cables.
Yeah, sometimes simpler is better.
We're going to let's first talk about the technology behind the, if you can even call it technology.
Well, yeah, it's a U-joint that would be used for the drivetrain on automobiles.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's that simple. It's that technology. Actually, there's two connections here. That gives us that 60-degree angle that we need for your wrist to be in the proper position.
Right, and that's the key here. We talked about the fact that a traditional follow focus, most people are using these as a one-man band in an improper fashion. It wasn't designed for that.
Right, the traditional follow focus was used for an assistant to be pulling focus, not
the
for
dumb
the
side.
operator to be grabbing it and focusing it.
Right, and the problem with an operator using it is the moment you grab it, you're getting a lot of this, and then when you're twisting it, you're even getting more of this.
Well, but your wrist is not in a comfortable position. Your
Right.
arm is a little higher. And if you have a second hand grip that you're letting go to grab that, then the camera moves.
Yeah,
it's a whole host of issues.
Exactly, and this is part of our recoil concept, which is getting the camera back, creating more of an E&G style camera system. As you can see here, what we've done is the camera is now back over his shoulder so that we don't need counterbalance. It's a balanced camera package, but where it needs to be so that it's super lightweight. In order to do that, you have to relocate your optics because the camera's now behind you. You can't have a Z-finder or anything like that. And now Jens has a very comfortable focus system that he can hold super steady.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the ratcheting and how you work the Tornado along with the Z-Drive.
Right. What I'm holding here is what I call the horn, okay? So that I never let go of. I have at least 3 fingers on that. And the knob above it can turn independently of it. So I can, if I need more range, I can turn it, I can let go of the knob, but not let go of the horn or the handle, and then re-grab it and continue to move. So that keeps it really stable, not like letting go completely.
Kind of like a socket wrench. You have this ratcheting capacity.
Yeah, exactly.
But now on a lens like this, where the rotation is very, very minuscule, you'll never end up doing that ratcheting.
No, I'm going through the whole range in one movement here pretty much.
Yeah. If you go to like a PL style lens, it has a much bigger barrel and has a larger rotation, then you'll do a little bit more ratcheting.
Right. We're going to have different diameter gears that'll help reduce the amount of rotation needed for those cine lenses.
Yeah. But the stability now is what is increased measurably because you have 2 hands and you're not taking one away. Right. And the price of this is so reasonable that it's not much more than the cost of a hand grip when you really factor in what a set of V-grips costs versus a hand grip, a Z-Drive, and a Tornado. I think that this will eventually become a very common system for a one-man shooter who's also doing his own focus.
If nothing else, have an extra one in your bag. It can get you out of some jams.
Exactly. Now, Jens showed you the scenario where he had the Z-Drive positioned in that 60-degree downward angle. The way we've designed this with this track is that that will allow you to position the Tornado at various angles to get it at the angle that's most comfortable for you.
Right.
But we've also designed this in a way where this can pop off and it can go on the top. And that opens up a whole host of interesting options. It allows you to put it on the dumb side in either a forward configuration or a backward configuration for a focus puller. Or if you're a one-man band, again, it allows you to flip it and have it in this angle that in combination with a whip, a tripod handle, and our axis, you can essentially operate the camera completely from the back like a studio config.
Right. Be in a much more comfortable position operating on a tripod rather than hunched over the camera.
Or a dolly, which makes hunching over the camera really complicated, or on a slider even, it makes it much more comfortable.
Right.
So the Z-Drive is a very small, compact follow focus that's a direct drive unit. Since it doesn't have gears, it essentially is a playless follow focus.
Sure.
Mixed with the Tornado, becomes a mechanical hand grip follow focus, alleviating the need to get into a motor, and then you need, once you get into a motor, you need batteries, and now it just keeps escalating in the weight
And cost.
and size. You know, the whole idea of this recoil is to keep it light.
And simple.
Right, we don't want extra weight. A lot of people are saying they want weight. Believe me, you can add weight. The key is getting these things light, because all-day shooters gripe that it's too heavy.
Yeah, not only light, but balanced. Getting the
Yes.
camera back on the shoulder, it's balanced. You can operate it all day.
So in order to make a recoil, you're going to need the Z-Drive. It's the follow focus of the future. It really is.
It's cool.